I needed the solicitor because when I was 18, I was in a car crash. I pulled out of a junction and I was hit by another car. My car caught fire and I was trapped inside. It resulted in 6 weeks in a coma and I think 3.5 months in hospital. And I lost my career that I just qualified in due to the damages from the burns and other injuries that I had. I remember coming round from the coma and watching telly, and there was an advert for a personal claim. I turned to my dad and said, "Does that mean that I have a personal claim?" So then he knew that we had to get legal advice.
Well, Lindsay was involved in obviously a serious accident, but it was very tricky in terms of liability. So when she came to us, I think her expectations were quite low.
They were checking every avenue to see where I had the case. Then they continued with things like accident reconstructions and going over all the statements.
Lindsay was fantastic. I must say she was probably the most inspiring client I've ever met, just because of her age and the injuries that she had, which were very, very significant. It took probably nearly 3 years to be able to actually come to an agreement with the defendants about liability, and then we issued court proceedings shortly after that.
They gave me all the financial help I needed. I had to go up to travel to London a lot. They sorted all the transport and covered everything for me. And then when I was struggling so bad financially, they managed to get me an interim payment to get me through till the case was settled.
I think the primary thing that we try and do is have really good client care with our clients and just keeping the lines of communication open with her all the time, to make sure that she was happy with the process, because a lot of clients have never been through the process before and they're unsure as to how it works. And we were able to, with a couple of experts' reports, help to succeed in terms of liability and win a claim. Once we dealt with the fault of the incident, it was then a case of getting the right medical evidence to be able to then proceed to settle a case for a fairly substantial amount of compensation in the end. And I think one of the major advantages of dealing with a solicitor and going through a personal injury claim potentially is you are exposed to excellent experts in all fields, particularly medical experts, who are then able to provide excellent treatment to the client to get them in the best position they can to recover from whatever injuries they have suffered.
It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. They just make you feel really relaxed and like you can trust everything they're telling you to do. Using the solicitor has changed my life completely. It's an experience I will never forget. They were just amazing. They were a big part of my life for a long time and will be with me for the rest of my life because of how they've improved it.